Is, where you at? Get over here!
Test your might. What's up, everyone?
I'm Ranuma,
And I'm IZ.
and welcome to the R&I Podcast. What's up, what's up?
Welcome, everybody. Ooh, hey, I know we were off for a week. We had a very hectic week last week. So we're coming in here hot with a movie review with the Mortal Kombat 2021.
Yes.
Now I know a lot of people have been wanting to watch this movie. I think this has been a highly anticipated movie for like the past 2 years. I want to say maybe 3.
Yeah.
I know that I thought this was going to come out last year, which I believe it was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
But they moved it, I guess.
Just like how they moved, Black Widow around on all the other movies, they moved it back.
Even Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
That was supposed to come out 2020.
We were able to watch it in. Did you watch it in theaters or where'd you watch it at?
I watched it at home. The first movie I saw in theaters was the Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Ooh.
That was the first movie I went to since the shutdown. And then just last night I just watched Army of the Dead.
I saw that.
That was a good movie.
So let's go ahead and let's jump right into it.
All right. So, of course, everybody knows Mortal Kombat is from the video game Mortal Kombat. And I believe they're at their 20th game.
I think so.
This is not a reprise of the 90s Mortal Kombat. It is a completely new remake with different characters and some, of course, the characters that you do know of. With a ton of different actors, which I was kind of surprised about. But yeah, so Mortal Kombat that came out was April 23rd or April 16th. April 16th. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
In Taiwan, it opened up on April 8th. Because I have a buddy that lives out there. Yeah, he said that it was already in theaters back in April 8th.
Wow.
I was just like,
so they got the scoop. Like,
all right,
they saw it right before us, like way before us.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Mortal Kombat, I believe the latest game was Mortal Kombat 11, which came out in 2019. So I never heard any other Mortal Kombat games coming out after that.
They have the Ninja Turtles in that one. All 4.
Yeah.
All 4.
Really?
Yeah, they have all 4, and they're just so polite. Like their characters are so polite. And obviously they have a lot of the ones that were there challenging, but most of the time they're all polite. Anyway, so back to the movie. So there are tons of new characters, and for some apparent reason, we start off with the brand spanking new character, Cole Young.
Yeah.
Just
to get him out the way,
Cole Young, it was a character that probably would have been my favorite. Should have been my favorite had he gone the way that I thought.
Yeah.
Before we move on, spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen the movie, pause right now and go watch it and come back. Anyway,
Huge.
Cole Young,
A lot of spoilers.
Cole Young was a relative or a descendant of Scorpion. Okay. We find that out later on, and of course, he's been throughout the movie. He's been having these hallucinations of seeing this, this dude in his dreams surrounded by fire. And I thought when he was first in his dream, I was like, oh, this Cole Young guy is gonna be the Scorpion, and that's how the little thing comes out of his hand. No, it wasn't that case, and I was very angry at that part, but it was okay because the real Scorpion is amazing. Not as amazing as freaking Sub-Zero, but we'll get into that later. So I don't know why they didn't make Cole Young into Scorpion. He just all of a sudden his character literally can take hits. I mean, that's what I got from it. Like every time he got hit, his his armor just started to come through. His arcana or arcana, I don't know how you pronounce it. I forgot how you pronounce it. I think it was arcana.
Arcana. His arcana was the Aquaman armor.
Yeah, Aquaman armor with tonfas.
Yeah,
he had tonfas. If you're not familiar with tonfas, I believe they are like nightsticks.
It just didn't match at all. Like, I don't know.
It was a completely new character.
So random,
Don't know why they needed to do that. I was just like, who is this guy? I was like,
I don't know.
I was like, I've played almost everybody else in the in the movie,
even the secret characters.
I've played all of the other ones, and it's funny that he faced Guru or Goro. And I was like, of course, of all people, he's gonna face the biggest guy. And it was funny too because when he did face him, we believed that he didn't have the arcana for it, or they didn't understand how to start it, but he had to get boss up.
Yeah, I mean that's how you would get it. That's how Sonia got hers, but
well, no, she didn't get hers because she got hit. She got hers because she killed a fighter, aka Kano.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, more on that later.
But so Cole Young didn't need to be, but I can accept it. But I just thought it would have been a lot better if he was Scorpion, because I think his name is Louis Tan. He was the actor. Let me make sure really quick before I go on. Louis Tan, I believe, is his name. Yeah, there you go. And I thought he would have been a sick Scorpion. Yeah. A sick Scorpion, y'all. He had the look, he had the height, he had everything. And then they made him into someone brand spanking new. I was like, why? I don't know. But that was my first gripe of the movie.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I think the producer did that. I mean, he has to have something in the works for this movie beyond this movie, because you just don't introduce a new character to fans who's known Mortal Kombat for years and then be like, try to give us like the guessing game and be like, oh, that's Scorpion. No, wait, that's not Scorpion. That's someone else. Is that Liu Kang? No, because Liu Kang was the main character last time, but it's not Liu Kang. And then Cole Young, I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, but let's just see. But I did read somewhere that the Mortal Kombat movie was just not, it's not of Mortal Kombat. Like, it's not them, portraying the game or whatever. It's about Mortal Kombat and about how they got into the tournament and stuff like that. So maybe producer has a opportunity to, create something big with his character, and he's given a lot more room to work with, because everybody knows like the stories of each character and their origins and whatnot. But now Cole Young is just that one guy that we're like, oh man, we really got to follow this guy because he seems interesting, and I want to see what he's all about.
For sure. Like Cole, I don't know, just Cole's character, they could have done so much with it. What they chose obviously was like, was a very, I want to say, edgy, or not edgy. They wanted that. They wanted to get that edge. However, the special effects of the movie was great. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. His outfit was sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you said, it looked exactly like Aquaman's thing. I mean, of course it would be, because I believe the director is the one that directed Aquaman as well,
James Wan.
Yeah, and he did a great job with Aquaman. And
he did.
I believe he's actually building a world right now.
Right.
And it's going to revolve around Cole Young's character, which I believe will probably get only stronger from here on out.
Kind of like an evolution.
Yeah. And in the beginning of the movie, you remember how Scorpion was freaking sick with it? Y'all, did you see him? If you saw the movie, if you got this far, I'm assuming you've already seen the movie.
They're like, nope, no stopping now. I'm already deep in it. I'm just going to keep watching it or
he had a rope on a kunai And he's like,
Yes.
and he's just like, where's my family? You know? And then, oh man, I swear, that's so sad.
That brings us to the next character, Scorpion. You know, woo. He was my favorite character of the game. When I would go against my brother who would always play Sub Zero. I mean, it's only right to play Scorpion, you know.
Dang.
So I never chose Sub Zero. He always chose Sub Zero, so I always chose Scorpion, and it was almost like the Ryu and Ken kind of thing, you know. You always had to choose the similar but opposite kind of thing.
I didn't really have a favorite character. Like, I mean, after the movie, Liu Kang was kind of like that one character, like the Red Ranger. You know, you just kind of follow him. He's the main guy.
Yeah.
But growing up, well, after I found out there was like a red ninja, dude, it was over. Red's my favorite color, y'all. And when I saw the red ninja, I believe his name is Ermac. Let me double check on that one too, because I don't want to be wrong. You know what I'm saying?
The Red Ninja.
Ermac Ninja MK. Ermac. Yes, he is the Red Ninja. All right. Ermac is an evil guy too. But yeah, so Red Ninja, and I did like Scorpion over Sub-Zero though, like growing up, only because Scorpion had a freaking serpent-like rope in
Yeah.
his hand. At least that's what I believe. But you know, I believe in the '90s movie they made it in his hand, and I was just like, and it's funny too because like everybody's like, or not everybody, but a lot of people are kind of dogging on Annihilation, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. You remember that movie, right?
Yeah.
And Annihilation wasn't that bad to me. I mean, sure, the special effects was very, 90s? But I mean, dude, freaking, you see Liu Kang turn into a freaking dragon? Are you kidding me? That is cool.
That was the best part of the movie. Everything was just
that
like,
was so
whatever.
cool. I mean, well, it sucked that Johnny Cage died in Annihilation.
He did.
And they even switched out the ratings. They switched out the ratings. I was just like, why would you do that? Like the rating before, he looked more like you know, just like freaking.
Yeah, the second one was just not. No, it wasn't with it.
But I liked Annihilation. I thought Annihilation was better than the first one back in the day. I didn't know people didn't like the second one, and so now I'm learning why. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
I think it's because Johnny Cage died and they wanted him to go to the next movie. Because he was like,
he wasn't even the same Johnny Cage either.
Oh no, that's true.
Yeah, Sonia also wasn't the same Sonia. I don't think anybody. Oh, only Liu Kang. Liu Kang was the only one to reprise his role.
They're like, let's just recast everybody.
And Shang Tsung, I believe. Yeah.
Except for Liu Kang.
And then Shao Kahn turned into that freaking 7-headed demon thing. That was crazy. I was like, oh snap! What are you gonna do?
Well, Liu Kang got it, and
then Liu Kang was like, I was like, that dragon was way better than the monkey in freaking Dragon Ball Evolution. Dragon Ball Evolution, they look like a mascot. Freaking in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, that bad boy looked like a clay titan. Yep, I said it, a clay titan. Yeah. So
Scorpion's origins.
Scorpion's origins were, of course, I already kind of explained it, but that went like his epicness went sour because of our boy Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero, he clapped everybody up there, but he had an army. I feel like he cheated somehow.
Yeah, he did a cheat code.
Yeah,
he annihilated everybody.
Not like cheat code. Like, I wouldn't say it's a cheat code, but I would definitely say that he did Scorpion dirty. He went after the family, which is a no-go, bro. And even though, I mean, the fight scene, you know, remember where they were in like a little area? He was known as the greatest shinobi. I still don't know how he lost to Sub-Zero, because Scorpion is, oh my gosh. But they really did, like, they buffed up Sub-Zero hella.
Yeah.
Hella. Like, apparently he was like, even he was alive in the show throughout. So that means he was like probably 400 years old?
Give or take 400 or 500
a couple hundred years old. I mean, Shang Tsung was old. He was old AF.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the like I said earlier, the effects, and also I forgot how gory the game was, so I didn't expect the first super gory part to happen with I think it was Jax. I was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah,
What is
Jax,
I
his
was like, oh,
arms.
that's right. It's a gory
I,
show.
as soon as I see Jax and I saw his arms still there, I'm like, oh man, they're gonna show him getting his arms ripped out. I'm like, dang it. Oh well.
And if you don't recognize Makad Brooks, he's also in Supergirl.
See,
He played Jimmy Olsen.
I didn't. I didn't recognize him because of that mustache. The mustache works wonders for him. I didn't recognize him. I thought it's a different dude. I'm like, who is this guy? And then, as soon as he told me that it was the dude from Supergirl, I'm like, no way.
Right.
And I looked him up, like, dang it, it's the mustache. But with Scorpion, I feel like I would have liked it more if he had a little bit more time in the movie, because they just literally showed him in the very beginning of the movie and then the very ending of the movie.
And then flashbacks in between.
Yeah, I mean, and I know he was in where in the Nether Realms.
He was like,
trying to get his powers or Arcana. But man, I kind of wish they showed him going through what he had to go through to get his Arcana in the Nether Realms, or maybe that might be a separate solo movie of just Scorpion. Who knows?
I think he already had the Arcana. Remember, because he was supposed to fight in the Mortal Kombat of that time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
He was supposed to fight, but the thing was,
Okay,
I think that's why he was able to land. The Nether Realm is his Arcana.
I thought the Nether Realm pulled him in because he died or whatever, and then the Nether Realm chose him.
That could also be true. Like his power could be from the Nether Realm, and that's why the Nether Realm took him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like either a standalone movie of how he even got his powers or how it originated from, or something to where he goes into some kind of journey into.
What would that look like? It'd be just like him and fire throughout. I mean,
it'll just be him and fire with struggles.
Yeah, he's in the Nether Realm. And he wasn't even in the other world or whatever it's called. The outer world was.
He wasn't in the Earth realm.
Earth realm, yeah. He was in the Nether realm, but there's another realm where Shao Kahn and Shang Tsung is originally from.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And he wasn't there. Scorpion wasn't there. So I do agree with you should definitely bring Scorpion. But however, the way Scorpion ended was like he wasn't going to be in the new movie. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think they should definitely destroy Cole Young's armor, someone stupid strong, and then all of a sudden, Scorpion's spirit takes over his body whenever he lifts his thing up right here, the little mask, and then you have a little skull, and then that's what I was expecting to see, y'all. I was expecting to see Cole Young lift up his face to a skeleton of Scorpion. That only
I thought he was going to do that too. I thought he was going to do that too. And it was funny because when we were watching it, and I was explaining to Paulina, like, oh, man, the reason why I like Scorpion is because he has this one fatality where he takes off his mask, and it's a skull, and he goes, it's all fire. And then literally 5 seconds later, he goes and does it. I'm like, that's what I was talking about. Right there. And she's like, wow.
I was like, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Burn him.
I'm like, yes. Pyromaniac, yes.
So Scorpion, you would say Scorpion was your favorite character in the movie?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't really all on board with this Cole Young guy. I was totally confused about it.
But he probably will later.
Yeah.
Sonia Blade was ended up being my favorite character overall.
Okay.
She literally had no reasons to be around the fighters at all. Like, she was literally like, everybody was saying, you're kind of useless.
Yep.
I mean, you may be great in Earth Realm, but this is a non-Earth Realm, meeting. I mean, if you could leave, they're trying to be so nice, especially Kung Lao and Liu Kang. They're trying to be so nice. Like,
they're like, but you don't have the mark, do
Um,
you? Like, no,
yeah,
okay.
and I forgot in all the Mortal Kombat movies. Well, I guess the first movie and
Mm,
this one, Kano and her has always had gritty friction, and it would have been cool to see like a small kind of wild romance on Sonya Blade's part. But Sonya Blade is actually a very upright woman that I believe that she likes character over desire, stuff like that.
yeah,
And that's what I really liked about Sonya Blade. She didn't give up to the cheekiness of Kano. And Kano was just, man, they really made Kano. Kano was obviously the best comic relief in the movie, but with Sonya Blade there, her character really did well in keeping him bottlenecked. You know what I mean?
right.
And I believe that Sonya was hands down the best character. She ended up defeating Kano with Kano's Arcana, and she's probably going to gain another. She gained one actually. She like shoots out beams from her hands, which apparently is one of her skills. I never really played her a lot on Mortal Kombat the game, so I'm not really familiar with her powers. I'm more familiar with Johnny Cage's powers because he like in he had the video effects in the game. You know
Hmm.
how he would like kick, but then he'd have like a bunch of after images of him that's green.
Yeah,
Like I didn't even understand what that power was, but if you got hit by it, it was like 40% ouch and 100% hit. You know what
I
I mean?
think they're trying to show us how fast he can travel kick.
Oh, is it speed?
Like it's supposed to
Oh,
be speed. Like,
and then the Nutcracker was his famous move, which defeated Goro in the first movie.
mhm.
Boom,
Yeah, I
nut
mean, I
nut.
didn't. Yeah, Sonya Blade. Yeah, I never really played her much, and I didn't even know she even had powers. To be honest with you, when I was until this movie first came out, then I was talking to other people like, yeah, I guess this her Arcana came out in later on as the games went on.
Yeah, she has like
Uh,
a light staff, not a lightsaber, but like a light staff,
mhm.
and she can hit it and make it disappear, punch, and then make it reappear.
It's like some Black Canary kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Black Canary meets a Jedi minus the
Right.
Force. Uh,
But yeah,
um,
my favorite part was when her and Ken would just go at it all the time.
oh yeah, oh
Especially
yeah.
the last part, or not the last part, but the last fight that they had. The gnome, the garden gnome,
Hmm. Dude, like
right in the
she
eye.
laid him out. Kano got clapped. But I mean, he was easily um the the best character of the movie,
Hmm.
or for the movie, excuse me. Yeah, I have a favorite character, and there's a best character, and there should have been my favorite character. Kano was probably the best character for the movie. I mean, he made it move when it needed to, and sometimes you wanted to slap the dude because, like, dude, come on. But he's Kano. You know what I mean? If you don't understand Kano's character, that he is that guy. That is him. He's a complete douche that does, whatever he wants and all that stuff.
Right.
But he was the funniest character in the MKU. That's what I call it, the MKU, the McCoo.
For now, until Johnny Cage comes in.
Maybe. I want to know who else is going to come in with, with these characters. Like, I do believe that we'll see. I hope we see Katana, Jade,
Yep.
Baracus,
Smoke.
Smoke, Ermac, of course, Kenshi or Kenshin,
Kenshin. Oh,
dude,
Nightwolf. Nightwolf.
yeah.
They do mention him too.
Oh my gosh! And then there's also Skyler. I think it's Skyler or Striker. Striker.
Striker.
Striker. He doesn't. I believe he does not have Arcana. However, he is highly equipped with bombs and bullets and all that kind of stuff. Like he going in hard. But yeah, I'm definitely prepared to see who else is coming into MKU.
Oh yeah. And so next character we want to talk about is Kano. We kind of touched upon him a little bit, but um, whatever happened with him and Cabal, you think?
Kano and Cabal, they used to be a part of the. They did work together. So Kano is like a pirate slash like dealer. You know what I mean?
Mm.
He's like a black markets dealer as well as a pirate. And him and Cabal are pretty much in the same field of work. But Kano, he betrayed Cabal.
I mean, that's his thing, you know. It's just a master betrayer. And then he never got his little metal plate on his face, you know. Like that was what I was looking for the whole time. I thought as soon as he got his powers, he'll get that, or at least when Shang Tsung came about, like, oh yeah, here's this metal plate on your face to make you look, you know, more wicked looking, or whatever. So,
I think
but I don't know.
I think it was underneath where his eye was.
Oh really? I thought it was like this full,
It
like,
should have been his full. Yeah, it should have been. But I
looking
I
like the
don't think-
Phantom.
Yeah, he should have looked like that. But I mean, he had everything else going for him. That freaking the laser eye.
Yeah.
With Cabal, he was a speedster for sure. But he was just going around Liu Kang.
Yeah, that dude's crazy. I'm like, what the heck?
And then Liu Kang, he didn't turn into a dragon. However, his power turned into a dragon, and he laid Cabal out.
He was only using like half of his Arcana. That's all.
Yeah, he was like, it wasn't even his final form.
Yeah.
Um,
He's like, I'm only on Super Saiyan 1.
but dude, oh man, freaking Kung Lao, my G, my Hyung, Gugu, Ainiki, yo, how they do them? How they
I
do
don't
him
know.
dirty like that? Like with that fake, that fake hair having freaking Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung, for real, that Shang Tsung looked like he had a perm, like always just in space. It's just moving. It looked like it didn't belong on his head. I didn't even recognize that dude, but I can't believe it was
Man.
actually the dude that is normally like everybody's dad in an Asian family. I believe he was
You got
he
tired
was
of that.
Ambassador Han
Yeah.
from Rush Hour.
Rush Hour. Mm-hmm.
He's also the father in the new Kung Fu on the CW. But anyway, yeah. So I didn't like that Shang Tsung. I mean, over the original, the original Shang Tsung. What was his name? Do you remember? He was also in Johnny Tsunami. Do you remember Johnny Tsunami?
I don't actually.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm trying to remember his name. From
Shang Tsung.
it was a 1997 flick.
Yeah, his name. Oh man. Oh, they even used the original one in the game. Oh, his name was Kari Hirotagawa. I thought he was gonna be either reprising his role. If he was gonna reprise his role, he would have looked super scary. It would have been funny if they had him as like Raiden though. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had Shang Tsung from the movie in the games. But yeah, he did Kung Lao dirty. Like, I mean, I know that winged girl. What the heck was her name? I forget her name. But that vampire girl, she got cut in half. Okay, from Kung Lao. Like, dude went off, and he even said flawless victory. Or did he say that, or was it fatality? Flawless victory, I believe. He's like, flawless victory. When he said that, the little kid in me was like, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that they Kung Lao.
Yeah, they did him dirty.
I don't know if you guys ever watched. There was a Mortal Kombat series on TNT back in the day, right after wrestling, and it was Mortal Kombat, and Kung Lao was the main character of that one. It was dope.
So I was kind of fact checking on Chin Han. I don't think he was in Rush Hour. He was in Batman, The Dark Knight, because he was the that guy that they're trying to come after.
Oh, Chin Han. Oh,
Yeah,
so okay, so I was right. Who? Someone told me that it was the guy from Rush Hour.
because I was looking
Chin
at
Han
him. I'm
is not.
like, I don't think that's him.
He's. I think he's in. He's in DC, the DC universe. Yeah, you said the Dark Knight.
Yeah, and he also showed up in a couple of episodes in Arrow.
Oh, I see. And he's also in Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't think that's him. So I had to go into his IMDb.com,
Good, thank you, thank you. No, like
and I'm like,
I never
what? He
really
was in Ghost in the
researched
Shell, so and Skyscraper, and
Ghost in the Shell. Oh, that's right.
TV show. But no, that's not him. That was in Rush Hour. I'm like, I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure. But yeah, he did Sub-Zero dirty, really bad with his weave looking thing on his head. So,
Forever moving weave.
but and then so what I wanted to talk about was Sub-Zero, how he was. Okay, so did Sub-Zero really die at the end?
I believe so.
Okay. So reason why I'm asking is because there's a I don't know if you remember, but he's a secret character called Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot is reincarnated or reincarnation of Sub-Zero. He's basically evil itself, reincarnated. He's just like he looks like Sub-Zero, but instead of blue, it's like just all black and everything. And in the movie, Shang Tsung did say that death is itself like a portal. So I'm like, and you know how at the end he did transport Sub Zero's body, Goro, and all the other people that died. But then again he also talked about how they can also be replaced, making them like they can have like more. They're just being replaced by another
Other
army,
characters. Yeah.
other characters. So I'm like, okay, I'm confused. Are you saying that you're gonna do both? You're gonna revive them, maybe put them into another realm, and then have Mortal Kombat there where they're actually living? Because right now they're dead. But it's just it's a little confusing for me.
Well,
I'm just
Sub
like
Zero
trying to
had a
find out.
son in other portrayals of Sub Zero, and he was more of a good guy. Um, and those are, and there was actually a comic back in 1993. Never
Yeah.
read it. But yeah, in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Sub Zero was there, and he was more of a good guy. He was the son of the original Sub Zero, and he had the same powers and all that stuff. With Arcana being the one thing that kind of sets you apart, I believe someone else is going to just have the mantle of being Sub Zero. Just like how I believe that Cole Young was going to be another Scorpion.
Well, okay, so that's what I was having a conversation with my coworker. So Sub Zero has a brother who ends up being Sub Zero, and the original Sub Zero, which is behind, becomes Noob Saibot. So the brother of the original Sub Zero becomes good. So that's why I'm like, wait, is he good or okay, he's bad? So that means they're gonna. I think they're just setting it up for Noob Saibot, and then it'll be interesting to see Sub Zero
Unless
coming
Noob
up.
Saibot was actually the Sub Zero in this show, in the movie.
Yeah,
If he was already Saibot then he could have been, or then another Sub Zero is more than likely to come back.
well, you see, I watched this movie in subtitles, and it said Sub Zero written all over it.
Right. But you said Noob Saibot is a character based off of Sub Zero, right?
Yeah, from the original, Sub Zero. So after he gets reincarnated, he becomes Noob Saibot.
And what I mean is maybe they like went over that whole word, that name, Noob Saibot, and
Yeah.
just stuck with Sub Zero. Like they could totally do that.
But I think that'll be an interesting. It's kind of like what you were saying, the heritage of Scorpion. So it'll be like the heritage of Sub Zero. So it's the family are they're always just going to continue to fight, you know.
Yeah, they're
So it'll
always
be
going to
pretty
fight. Yeah.
interesting.
And it was crazy that they made Sub Zero a fighter out of China and Scorpion
Yeah,
a fighter out of Japan. I was like, okay, okay.
yeah. Haley was like, "Wait, one speaks. How does he knows Japanese and he can understand Chinese and stuff like that?" I'm like,
They never understood each other.
"Yeah,
That was so funny. I forgot about that part.
yeah." Again, subtitles. One literally said Chinese, the other one said Japanese. I'm like, I don't know how they understand each other, but
We know what they're saying.
they're fighting. So I guess they don't like each
Can you
other.
imagine
So
two fighters fighting each other while everyone else knows what they're saying except the other person? Dude,
Right.
that is so. But
it's
anyway,
like, bro, your shoe's untied, and the person's like, what? I don't like breakfast, or something like that. There's something random like that,
okay.
all in a different language. That'd be funny.
All right, so we have some questions for the movie, like how and who's and all that stuff.
Yeah, just a couple of them at the end.
Like I said earlier, will Katana be in the next movie? Is she going to be a baddie? I mean, is she going to be a great fighter?
Right.
You know, I see a lot. Hollywood isn't really doing great with hand-to-hand combat these days. It's all about that gun fu, boom boom, and
Yeah.
and you know, I would really love to see, dude. Like, I grew up watching a lot of fighting kung fu movies, you know, and female fighters were always cool because they always did that split kick. So like if someone was like choking them out, like and their head was right here, and
Yeah.
they just kick, boom, and their freaking foot just connects. Those are always tight. These days, girls still do them. However, there's a super huge like camera cut. Like you'll see her lift her legs, and then all of a sudden it switches to the side, and he just gets hit.
It's like,
You know what I mean? It's never in the same shot. Like Jackie Chan was good at that, and so all the female fighters that Jackie Chan went up against were awesome. Like Ziyi Zhang, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, babe. But yeah, she was like her hand to hand combat was amazing in his movies as well as her own standalone movies and movies that she co-starred in. So I hope that Katana is a great fighter in this one. I mean, obviously she's Shang Tsung's daughter that
Yeah.
falls in love with Liu Kang.
Liu Kang.
And that I thought that was tight. I was like, and Katana. Oh man, Katana was a baddie in the first movie. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. I was like, is
So-
this legal?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of content that James Wan, the producer, can utilize in making a good series out of this. You know, and it's pretty cool because he didn't really introduce all of the main characters. Like I like how he left Johnny Cage like not in this movie, but setting up for the next the sequel. You know, you don't give them all of it at once. You're just gonna go by portions and stuff. So I think he's doing. I think he did a good job with that, and I think he had a good idea with doing that. Not giving all of the characters into one movie because it'll just be like, okay, where did he come from? Why is he doing that? You know, it'll just leave room for a lot more answers or questions than anything. And then another question was, so how Sub-Zero and Scorpion were just battling out in the beginning of the movie. Like, how did that skirmish even start? Like,
Well,
why was he
remember-
even there for him in the beginning?
Shang Tsung knew who the fighters of Mortal Kombat was going to be on Earth. So he went and sent out armies to go fight them before they figured it out. So they got to them. So Shang Tsung made Sub-Zero fight all these people before they were sought out by people like Raiden.
Oh, okay.
Because that's why and Earth lost 9 times, and it started at that point. So they lost 9 times, and that's because Shang Tsung was cheating. he was going to all of Earth's champions and killing them before they could enter Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Who did Kano and Jax kill to get their marks, or how did they get their marks? Well, I'm pretty sure they didn't get it because they were born with it. Because there was only one character that had that, and that character was Cole Young.
Cole Young.
The others, I believe they killed somebody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because as soon as Sonya, killed or took out Kano, she got her Arcana and that mark. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, how did Kano and Jax get it in the first place?
Well, I knew that. I mean, I already knew that as soon as Kano was after Sonya, I was like, oh, that's her ticket.
Yeah.
Like, I immediately thought, I was like, oh, there you go. Okay, that's how you do it.
It's like, okay, now you're not useless anymore, Sonya.
Yeah, I was just like, that's how you get your mark. Because I was like, how's she gonna get a mark? Is she gonna have to kill somebody? Does she earn it? You know what I mean?
She earned it.
Yeah. So I believe Kano and Jax got it because they had killed someone who may have been, or they were chosen. It just shows up. You know? Can you imagine? Like all of a sudden, people just start getting tattoos of the dragon. Oh, by the way, did you see the end of the movie? They had like a different version of the emblem, of the Mortal Kombat emblem.
Yes.
I was like, why would you change the most epic image icon of the freaking game?
They should have kept it the way it was.
This 2D cartoony look. Oh, disgusting.
It's the Cole Young version. It's new, brand new. Everything's new.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not gonna dog on Cole Young all too much because Louis Ten is a great actor and he's a great fighter. I saw him in Into the Badlands. He was also in a small part in Deadpool. He was
dude, Into the Badlands when he was I agree with you. He was sick with it.
I believe that he could be like literally every ninja character in Mortal Kombat if they let him.
That dude's like what, like 6 feet tall, or he's pretty tall.
I don't know. I believe he's over 6 feet though.
Man.
He's like He was also he was also a bad guy in another movie, but I forget.
But
I still have to watch Warrior. I want to know if he's in that too. That's on HBO. But anyway, no, like Cole Young, I could see him being better later on, but he's just a new character that hasn't been in any of the games. So like, why? But anyway,
you won't
overall,
be now.
For the movie, I'm gonna give it a B. I like the movie a lot. Not gonna lie. Even though I didn't like Cole Young's character being brand new, I still liked the movie a lot. I was very entertained, and yeah, I liked it.
Kind of harsh when it comes to video game movies, but I'm gonna give it like a C plus. But I liked it. Reason why is because I wanted to see more Scorpion, and Cole Young just had me confused at the whole movie. And I mean the actors, they did pretty good with choosing the actors, but something just didn't set right with me with this one. But I can give it a better grade for sure than the last movie, than the original, the 1997 Mortal Kombat, because of the special effects and all that. And storyline was pretty good over there too. So
I still think Annihilation was a great movie, guys. I don't know what's going on, but hey, don't at me, okay? But anyway, that wraps up this episode. Thank you to White Wong Media. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Yep, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Like, comment down below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All the links are down below. Thanks again for tuning in. See you next time, guys.